Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video, since the anniversary is so close, we have to talk about the Sugo Fest and which part is the best for you to pull on. I did an extensive breakdown for the steps of the anniversary yesterday, talking about if the Sugo Fest is good or bad. In my opinion, you can check the video out, link will be in the description, but I will still quickly go over the steps in this video to refresh everyone's memory. If you enjoy all my One Piece Treasure Cruise content and you are one of the 80% of the people that actually are not subscribed to my channel and watch my videos, definitely consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it. And if you don't want to do it for me, you can do it for the beautiful girls on screen. And now that Boa got you to subscribe, we can talk about the general Sugo Fest information about the 8th anniversary banner. This is a 15% Legend Rate Sugo Fest, 3 times Legend Rate, and of course it is a Super Sugo Fest, meaning that all Super Sugo Fest exclusives will be available in one part or another. Here are the steps. We will have 4 new legends and 5 parts available in the Sugo Fest. Part 1 will be coming out tomorrow, and each day after that a new part will be released until we reach the 15th of May, where all parts will be available. Parts 2 through 5 will have the same exact structure, the only difference will be the legend pool, limited and super limited included, and then in step 30 you can guarantee either Luffy on part 2, Yamato Ace on part 3, Kaido on part 4, and the Oiran girls in part 5. In part 1 though, we have a different structure. Every legend in the game is available, including Super Sugo Fest exclusive legends and even treasure map legends, as we learned today. And on top of that, all the new legends are available, but with a lower pull rate compared to the other parts, where of course they have equal rates with the rest of the legends, but you can only pull one of the new legends, the featured one on the banner artwork. Also important to know that Luffy, Kaido and Yamato Ace are all Super Sugo Fest exclusive units, while the Oiran Trio is actually an anniversary limited legend, meaning they can only appear in anniversary/celebration Sugo Fests, and even though they are technically a normal legend, they most likely won't be available through normal tickets. We also have 5 new rare recruits and they will be rate boosted through all the parts, and on top of that the rate boosted list for rare recruits will remain the same. Treasure map rare recruits will also be pullable in the Sugo Fest, specifically the ones that were accompanying the treasure map legends as a batch. Treasure map legends will only be available in parts 1 and 5. Part 1 will contain 20 rate boosted legends, including the new Super Sugo Fest exclusive units and the Oiran Trio, but all the legends in the game will be available, not rate boosted though. And then parts 2 through 5 will be containing 30 legends in total, while we have 15 legends in the limited pool and 8 legends in the super limited pool steps. And I am pretty certain that is everything you need to know for the upcoming 8th anniversary Super Sugo Fest. Now let's transition to an infographic I made with all of the Super Sugo Fest parts available here for the anniversary and the rate boosted / available legends. Let's talk about them in order to help you decide which part is the best for you. Let's begin with part 1. Let's focus on this one first because it is the different part, technically, and the one that arrives first as well. Here we have the step that says guaranteed rate boosted character. That means rate boosted rare recruit, and the rate boosted rare recruits for every part are the rare recruits we see at the bottom here, the 15 rare recruits, but have in mind that the rest of the parts do not have the rate boosted character step. From these 15 rare recruits, Franoski and Choperemon are not that good, but the rest of them are definitely usable. So this is a decent list of rare recruits, and if we think that we have the 5 new ones here, 1/3 of a chance to get something new. And personally, I prefer getting multiple copies of Zoro, let's say, over getting a random old rare recruit in the final poster. Obviously the rate boosted character step is not the best, but the rate boosted legend step in part 1 only is very good if we consider that we have 20 rate boosted characters, including the 4 new legends, and the fact that we have 4 new legends, not 1 or 2, so better chances of getting some of the new characters. We still do not know the rates of course, but there is no chance they are equal. The new legends will have half the rates that the rest of the rate boosted legends will have, at least in my opinion, and from what Bandai has shown us in other debut Sugo Fests, at least, like this one. But the rest of the rate boosted legends will have equal rates, and then if you get a raid outside of the guaranteed rate boosted legend steps, the legend can be any legend in the game, except the Kizuna ones. You can even get treasure map legends here, which I think is a very cool addition and makes part 1 way better now. For the rate boosted list, I have to say it is a decent one. Yes, we do have the bad apples here like V2 Mihawk, V1 Big Mom and Garp. Not the best legends and not the legends you really want to get, especially if you already have them, but the rest of them are all 100% usable. Moria Ulti Page 1, V3 Lucci, very decent. Komurasaki and Zerma 66 can even clear Kizuna, very underrated units. Shanks vs Whitebeard and V2 Oden, awesome characters. Robin and Jinbe, very underrated sub in my opinion, and so on and so forth. Of course it will depend on how many and which ones you have, but generally speaking, this rate boosted list is not bad at all. The thing I also like about part 1 is that I miss quite a few legends in the game, so if they are not boosted in the other parts, there is no chance for me to get them. Here, you never know, I do not have V3 Doflamingo, I might get lucky and get him outside of the guaranteed rate boosted legend steps. Then maybe I will even get a Super Sugo Fest exclusive unit that I do not have, that is in a part that doesn't really interest me to pull. That can definitely be considered a plus, but it can also be considered a disadvantage because you can get V1 Whitebeard here out of the blue. And no one really, not even new players, want to see that old of a legend in their pools. Maybe you are someone who doesn't pull in treasure map Sugo Fests and you never have seen a treasure map legend in your box. So with part 1 you can even get a treasure map legend, and if you have none of them, the chances of you getting something new are increased even more. Is part 1 a godly part? Absolutely not, but I think it is very decent, and Bandai did a way better job than what they did in part 1 for the New Year Super Sugo Fest, where I definitely thought it was a cash grab. This actually has more effort to it. The steps differentiate more compared to the rest of the parts. We have the treasure map legends included, we have all of the Super Sugo Fest legends included, not only the new ones, and the guaranteed rate boosted legend steps actually have decent value. I cannot stress this enough, we still have to wait for the rates because we do not know if all Super Sugos other than the new ones and treasure map legends will also have equal rates with the rest of the non-rate boosted characters. If you are someone though that wants a specific new legend, let's say Luffy for example, and you want the highest chances for only that legend without caring about the other new legends, then part 1 is not the optimal for you probably, and you want to go for the part of your most wanted legend. For Luffy, that is part 2. Let's talk about the rest of the parts now because they all have similar steps except of course the guaranteed in step 30, but I want to talk about the most notable legends from each category and of course the Super Sugo Fest exclusives, comparing these parts to each other. Again, you cannot really compare part 1 with those simply because we have all the legends available, but in the other parts you can only pull what you see in the infographic here. The Super Sugo Fest legends that are available in part 2 are the new Luffy, Roger Newgate and Yamato, all amazing units to get. In part 3 we have Yamato Ace, the V2 Straw Hat crew and Onigashima Law, again all great units to have, and then for part 4 we have Kaido, Kid and Luffy. This part, as far as Super Sugo Fest exclusives go, probably the weakest one, I have to say. That doesn't mean these units are bad, but compared to the other 6 we saw before in the previous 2 parts, this is definitely the weakest part. And for the final part we have Robin, Boa and Nami that are not a Super Sugo Fest exclusive, but whatever, with Roger and Oden. Roger is extremely good, one of the best captains in the game, even to this day, but this part is not really for the Super Sugo Fest exclusives. This part is more for all of the treasure map legends available as well, an extremely smart move from Bandai for part number 5, but also part number 1 that we discussed before. To conclude, for Super Sugo Fest units, if you have none of them, parts 2 and 3 probably contain the best ones. Roger is amazing, but in that part we have 2 Super Sugos, not 3, so it of course won't take priority if you have no Super Sugos. The rest of the pools, I believe, are close to value. We have some great characters, some characters that are not as good and are in the limited pool, but I believe that the limited pools generally, except V3 Blackbeard maybe, are pretty decent. They are well structured. There are some units I would have put instead of others. For example, in part 5, I would have preferred V2 Snakeman over Halloween Shanks. It will always depend here on what units you have and what units you want the most. But we can talk about this unit is good, this unit is decent, this unit is trash all day long. So I will try to give you some generally important tips to have in mind that can help you decide where to pull, for which units to pull, and make your decision in general for this anniversary Sugo Fest. Tip number 1, you can pull in multiple parts. No one makes you only pulling in one part, so you do not have to make a decision based on only pulling in one. You can spread your pulls along parts 1 and 3, for example, if you want Yamato Ace. Number 2. In my opinion always, you should be pulling based on how many legends you are missing, but also what legends you want the most. So for example, if in parts 2 and 3, you miss 5 and 7 legends respectively, but you really want Luffy, you are probably going to decide to pull in part 2 where you miss less legends, because there you have the legend or legends that you like/want the most. Tip number 3. Prioritize Super Sugo Fest exclusive units. If from one part you miss all the Super Sugo Fest exclusive units and from the other part you only miss the new legend, you can definitely decide to go from the part where you miss all of the Super Sugo Fest exclusives, because they are actually limited units that we do not see appearing often in Sugo Fests. And then on top of that, if you miss equal legends from two parts and you like/want them equally, then you can start on the part where you think you probably like that legend a bit more than the others. And if you get some of the legends you're missing, you can transition to the other part and test your luck there. Tip number 4. The treasure map legend value in part 5 is good, but at the same time, do not forget, treasure map Sugo Fests won't just magically go away because we have treasure map units here, so I wouldn't prioritize them just because you miss all of them, for example. I would still prioritize Super Sugo Fest exclusive legends. Tip number 5, you can check my breakdown video for the new legends and my tier list for the Super Sugo Fest units already in the game, and both videos can help you make a decision in my opinion. Both videos will be in the description. And finally, you can always ask me in the comments down below, this is my situation, where do you think is best for me to pull? I will do my best to help you as soon as I see the comment. And I think that is everything for this video. Above all, remember to have fun, this is a video game, I cannot wait for tomorrow. I am pretty excited and I will be pulling in part 1, that is for certain, and after that we will see. Best of luck to everyone, I hope you get your favorite characters during this anniversary, no matter the part you decide to pull on. Hopefully this video helped you, if it did, do not forget to leave a like, I would really appreciate it, and as always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.